All right, folks, it is game 4 today, featuring the Clayton Moyers traditional team with Buffalo Valley Co-op. So we're just going to call them Clayton for the sake of brevity, versus Soper. The winner of this game will play again tonight against Boswell in the approximate 8:15 game. Other game on tap will feature Coleman versus Fort Townsend. Three final scores to report from earlier today. And it was all business for all the teams involved. Calvin defeats Stringtown 15-1, final through 3. Van Ost just puts it on Turner in the top of the 6th and 7th to break open a 1-1 tie to win that game 10-2 over 7 innings. And then Mill Creek defeats Calvin by run rule 17-1. So we have 2 3-inning finals today, both involving the Calvin Bulldogs. All right, looks like Clayton will be the home team on the scoreboard. So we'll go ahead and flip those now for the encoder panel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again for the 16th annual Todd Sampson Baseball Tournament at Coleman High School. Your next matchup features the Soper Red Bears against the Clayton Buffalo Valley Co-op team. Home team on the scoreboard will be the Clayton Bulldogs. Starting lineup: Jeremiah Short, Brandon Morris, Calvin Palmer, Eli Bray, Justin Knowles, Cohen Housey, Dwayne Wren, Draven Arndt, and Patrick May. Batting for Soper in the top of the first inning will be Marsh, Folsom, and Carter. It has been a beautiful day here at Coleman High School. Absolutely gorgeous weather, intermittent wind that's kept a nice constant breeze as we've gotten into the 90s now. I knew it would be too good to be true for it to stay in the 80s. And game number 4 now officially underway. Coming up to bat next for Soper, number 5, Marsh. Leadoff single, base runner on. Batting next, number 10, Folsom. And stolen base back to back, safe at third. So runner immediately in scoring position for Soper. In for another ball. All right, folks, our lineup sheet blew away after the young man was kind enough to bring me up the sheet with the first names on it, no last names. I had the last name sheet with no first names on it. And the wind catches it and takes it away, but we should be able to get those pieced together here momentarily for you. And ball four. Walk puts two runners on first and third. And the balk advances a runner to second. Run scores on the balk, 1-0 lead. Hit by pitch puts two back on for Soper, first and second. Nobody does anything. Base is loaded. Pitch gets away from him, however, ricochets off the back. So we'll have a 1-0 pitch count resume, 1-0 lead for Soper. They're looking to really pile it on here in the top of the first to start the trend today. We've had two run rules. One game ended up with a run rule score, but it did go all all 7 innings. So 15-1, 10-2, and 17-1 scores so far. This is the fourth game of 6 here for today's game one, or day one action, I should say. Pitch is on its way in high. Bases loaded, walk, scores one, make it 2-0. Pitching change for Clayton. Now the mound, number 12, Jeremiah Short. Just a reminder, if you have any foul balls that go astray, please keep those close to home plate and get them to the umpires as soon as you can. Thank you for your help and cooperation. 2-0 lead here early on. This game is streaming live on Prep Nation TV and will have video highlights at the conclusion of the game. All you have to do is go to our YouTube channel, click subscribe, and you can share either through the live or video tab. We do have a playlist for all teams in the tournament, A to Z action. There are over 6,000 games you can watch on the PNTV channel. Now batting number 8, Caleb Britt. Fly out to center field, tags up. We will have a sac RBI, 2 stolen bases, and make it a 3-0 lead for Soper. Now batting number 11, Denny Stacy. And safe at home, stolen base on the wild throw. Base runner advances to third as well. Three unassist tag. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning with Clayton coming up to bat. Up to bat in the bottom of the first inning will be number 12, Jeremiah Short. 4-3 ground out. One down. Now batting number 33, Brandon Maris. Single to center field, puts the base runner on. Now batting number 11, Calvin Palmer. Safe at first, safe at third. Now batting number 45, Eli Bray. Two RBI double. E8 will put him on third. Now batting number 14, Justin Knowles. And the strikeout. Now batting number 1, Cohen House. Pop-up fly to second base. Your Holson score through 2, 4-2. Soper will head with the Red Bears coming up to bat. Just a reminder, tournament t-shirts are available in the concession stand for $15, so check them out. Batting in the top of the second inning for Soper will be Daniels, Marsh, and Folsom. Coming up to bat in the ninth spot, number 22, Jace Daniels. Two one on the pitch count. I'd like to thank our coverage sponsor for today's live stream, video highlights, and plays of the game, the Wholesome Corporation. They are quartz mining based out of Stringtown, a couple of the locations in Oklahoma as well. And then Simple Simon's Pizza in Tishomingo. All you have to do is mention Prep Nation TV and you get 10% off your order. You can do that carry out, dine in, or delivery. And just let them know by saying Prep Nation before you make your order. Swing and a miss. Now full count, 3-2. It is a absolutely beautiful day here at Coleman High School. This is the 16th annual playing of the Todd Sampson Memorial Baseball Tournament. Goes foul to stay alive. 10 teams in action today. 6 games today, 6 tomorrow. And then the 5th, 3rd, and 1st place games will wrap up the tournament on Saturday. There will be plaque presentations, so if your team makes those games, please make arrangements to be close to the field and then head on out to take photographs once they clear the field. And the walk puts the base runner on. Back to the top of the lineup, number 5, Hollywood Marsh. Runner steals in safe at second. Pitch goes astray. He's going to steal and get an extra base and easily into third. So double stolen base on the miscue there. It's very rare, but it does happen where both the shortstop or second base and then the center fielder has to get involved. And in that particular case, the shortstop missed it, second baseman as the backup missed it, and the center fielder had to come and get it. Checks him in high and tied at third, in safe. 2 more games coming up at approximately 6 p.m. It'll be Coleman versus Fort Towson. And then to close out the night at approximately 8:15 p.m. will be Boswell versus the winner of this game here. This year it's no longer Clayton Moyers, it is Clayton Buffalo Valley Co-op. It is a thing during fall ball and spring baseball for a lot of schools. And the walk puts the base runners now first and third. Coming up to bat next, number 10, Sammy Folsom. Shows bunt, takes strike. Runner will steal, so that was the intended purpose, is to keep the ball out of play for the stolen base. So you'll trade that kind of scenario every day, going first to second with only one strike against you. Heads up play by Soper to pull that one off so quickly. Ball is high. Runners will remain second and third. Evens up the count 1-1. Crosses over for the strike. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Now the plate number 3, Clayton Carter. And another strikeout. Now batting number 18, Jamari Bennett. In for the RBI. Rounding third, heading home. 2 RBIs score all the way to second base. Now batting number 4, Dallin Gilbert. Pops it up. It's going to hook foul, though. So we'll have a 1-1 pitch count with two down. Base runner now on second after Soper pretty much clears him out. A deep, deep shot to center field. Pretty much had to choose to try to get him stealing and extending it to the double or throwing home, which is statistically the way you go. So, in effect, gave him the free extra base. Fires over. Don't think he's. Oh, he got it. Oh, safe. Yeah. Call. His foot came off the bag. Safe is the call. Now batting number 7, Angelo Bennett. And the out. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning with Clayton coming up to bat. Just a reminder, this game is streaming live on Prep Nation TV. You can share it with any of your friends, family, or watch it later. All action will be stored under the live tab. If it's red and white, that means it's ongoing. Black and white, video on demand. Shuffle over to the live section for highlights, and playlists will have all the teams A to Z. Full count. Fouls it off to stay alive. And the strikeout. Now batting number 44, Dwayne Wren. Correction. Number 12, Jeremiah Short. And strikeout. My apologies on the wrong bat of Dravenart there. Now batting number 34, Patrick May. In for the strike, 2 outs now. Jabari trying to strike out the side here. Bennett, number 18, on the mound for Soper. They've got a commanding now 4-run lead here in the bottom of the second inning. And high. Puts the ball in play to the second baseman. Fires over 4-3 ground out. All right, your wholesome score through 2. Soper 6, Clayton 2. We'll head to the top of the third inning. Red Bears coming up to bat. Batting in the top of the third will be Britt, Stacy, and Daniels. Now at the plate, number 8, Caleb Britt. Three and assist tag, one down. Now returning to the plate, number 11, Denny Stacy. Nicely done, young man. Back-to-back tagouts at first. Now batting in the 9th spot, number 22, Chase Daniels. And the strikeout. Clayton Buffalo Valley will be up to bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning coming up. Batting for Clayton in the bottom of the 3rd inning will be Maris, Palmer, and Bray. Now the plate, number 33, Brandon Maris. Leadoff single. All right, correction on that short with the single. Brandon Maris now at the plate. Fires back to first, keeps him in high and tight. Had a couple of gaps here on doing the introductions. It's hard to see the numbers unless the last player turns around. I didn't mark at the end of the inning because I didn't get a roster sheet. I got a roster lineup, but not a starting lineup. So no way to physically mark it. So I apologize. I've gotten a couple of them snafu'd. Single puts him on. Now batting number 11, Calvin Palmer. And the runners steal and safe at second and third. Fouls it off. And rips the single. Two RBI double, score it. Now batting number 45, Eli Bray. The 6 puts the runners first and third, going to send him home. Rounding, heading in safe. 6-5 ball game. Now batting number 14, Justice Knowles. And he goes in safe. And a huge swing. Definitely swinging for the fences on that one. Check swing goes. That'll even it up 2-2. And full count. And the walk puts the runners now first and second. Now batting number 7, Cohen House. Pops it up. Catcher's going to have to hustle it. Can't quite get to it. Just over the backside of the dugout. And in for the strike. No outs here. Clayton has definitely crawled back into the game. It's a 1-run lead now, 6-5 for Soper. They were up 6-2 momentarily. And the strikeout. Now batting number 44, Dwayne Red. Fouls it off to stay alive, evens up the count 1-1. Puts the ball in play, flies out to the shortstop. Pop-up fly to the shortstop, now batting number 17, Draven Arden. And the swing and a miss. And now 2 strikes. Strikeout. Your wholesome score through 3. Soper 6, Clayton 5. Led at the top of the 4th inning with the Bears coming up to bat. Just a reminder, Simple Simons at Tishomingo is giving 10% off to anybody that mentions Prep Nation on your dine-in, carry-out, or delivery order. Just mention Prep Nation and get 10% off. Well, it has tightened up considerably. 4-run lead dissipates for Soper. They'll head to the top of the 4th inning trying to get back on top here. They have a narrow 1-run lead. Top of the 4th, it'll be Marsh, Folsom, and Carter. Back to the top of the lineup for the Bears, number 5, Hollywood Marsh. Strikeout. Now batting number 10, Sammy Folsom. Now batting number 3, Clayton Carter. And the 2-out single. Coming to the plate, starting pitcher number 18, Jamare Pettit. And the strikeout. Clayton be up to that, bottom of the 4th inning coming up. Turning to bat number 34, Patrick May. And the walk. Back to the top of the lineup, number 12, Jeremiah Shore. Batting number 33, Brandon Maris. RBI single, scores a run, ties the game. Now batting number 11, Calvin Palmer.
and gets him on the strikeout. Batting number 45, Eli Ray.
Huge blast out to right field. 2-run score, rounding second, heading to third. 2 RBI triple. Now batting number 14, Justice Knowles. Sac RBI scores the run. Next up to bat number 1, Howes. And in for the breaking strike evens up the pitch count 1-1, 2 down now, but it has been a huge inning for Clayton Buffalo Valley, the co-op. They have trailed throughout multiple different leads for Soper. They led by as many as 4 runs when they were up 6-2, and now it has been a 7 unanswered run barrage here by the co-op program that's in the Class 2A Class Fall now division. I think they have bandied about and talked about doing it for so long that nobody really thought that OSSAA would, in fact, ever do it. But they did finally make the call. Runner is going, looping shot out to left field, chases it down. Your score through 4. Clayton 9, Soper 6 will head to the top of the 5th with the Red Bears coming up to bat. Just a reminder, tournament t-shirts are on sale in the concession stand, $15. If you're interested, head on over and check them out. This is the 16th annual Todd Sampson Memorial Baseball Tournament at Coleman High School. Returning to the plate, number 4, Dallin Gilbert. Beats out the throw in, safe at first. Now batting number 7, Angelo Bennett. Gets him on the tag off. Officially a 1-3 pickoff. One pitch count. We'll have one out now after the leadoff single goes awry for Soper. And since they jumped out to a 6-2 lead in the third inning, it has been all Clayton / Buffalo Valley since then. They have rattled off 7 consecutive runs and taken a commanding now 3-run lead of their own. Ball high and tight inside, 3-1 is the pitch count. Just a reminder, at the conclusion of this game, it'll take them about 20 to 25 minutes to set the field. We should have a pretty close approximation of a start time still around 6 o'clock or a little bit after. That'll feature Coleman versus Fort Townsend in a battle of Wildcats versus Tigers. And then we will have the final game of the evening at approximately 8:15 p.m. between the Boswell Scorpions and the winner of Game 4, which is this one right here. Gets him on the strikeout. 2 down. Now batting number 8, Caleb Britt. And now the 2-1 pitch count, 2 down. Soper desperate to get a base runner on. They have been stymied and now in 3 consecutive innings. Been kind of a weird day. Vanos and Turner were in a 1-1 tie heading into the top of the 6th, a real pitcher's duel. And then in back-to-back innings, Vanos just turned it on, scoring 9 runs, 4 in the top of the 6th, 5 in the top of the 7th, and end up coasting to a 10-2 victory. And the walk puts the base runner on first. Now batting number 11, Denny Stacy. It has been a beautiful day here today at Coleman High School. Last year, I kid you not, same tournament, same day. I think it was like 105 last year. It was just insanely hot. We've got a potential suicide squeeze, but nobody there to put the tag, and he is in safe again at first twice. Generally, those particular tags are a toss out from first position or 1-3. Then they usually go 3-4, 1-6, or 3 rotates back in off of 6's throw. But in this particular case, neither the pitcher nor the first baseman got back in time. As a result, he is in safe. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw's going to be way off the mark. Wow. He may regret this one, though. It's going to be tied. Oh, a miss again. This dude is living right, folks. He has stolen multiple bases. If you count, he went to first, and then he stole it again, and then he stole second, stole third. I mean, he is on par for a wild pitch or something to go home, you'd have to think. Absolutely spectacular opportunity here for Soper to get back on the board and snuff out some of the momentum that has befallen here. Clayton pop up over to right field, snags it, goes and fall. Yeah, it's foul ball. So base runner will have to head back to third. Two more games on tap tonight. Next up is Coleman Fort Townsend. That game will again be live streamed on Prep Nation TV with video highlights as well. And then our final game of the evening will be Boswell versus the winner of this game. We'll post a updated tournament graphic on our social media so that everybody who follows, and the strikeout is called. So we head to the bottom of the fifth. 3-run lead continues for Clayton Buffalo Valley. You're watching PNTV coverage of the 16th annual Todd Sampson Memorial Baseball Tournament here at Coleman High School. All right, it is always hard to catch the back of the jerseys here. I can't quite tell if we've got a number 17 still up. I think we've got 1734 and back top lineup to number 12, so that's what I'm going to go with here. In the bottom of the fifth for Clayton, it'll be Arden, May, and Short back at the top of the lineup. Now returning to the plate, number 17, Draven Arden. All right, folks, here we are. Soper now down to their final 6 outs. And Clayton looking to perhaps just kind of pad a lead. Not the best start to the game for the co-op team. They find themselves now in Class 2A, the inaugural season for a third division in fall baseball. Many have been calling for it since before I can remember, actually. Traditionally, Class A has been loaded with as many as 48 to 53 teams, and some of them Class 4A being, for example, now Oklahoma Class 3A that's gone back down to 2A, Silo that was 2A that went up to 3, and Dale 2A perennial team, Worcester, others, just an absolute staggering level of difficulty to play. Now at the plate, number 34, Patrick May. So it should be very interesting now that they have released 2A. It's the top 16 ADM counts. A couple of teams find themselves in kind of a merger morph position. I was more than a little surprised to see a couple of teams make the cut and others not. However, I had a pretty good idea with the tentative ADM counts for 2024 2025 who it was going to be. You just never know, though, if there's exceptions and allowances. And pops up to the second, correction, shortstop. Pop up to shortstop. We'll head to the top of the lineup, number 12, Jeremiah Short. Looping single. This one's going to actually prove to be perfectly spotted. Gets him on and exactly what Clayton wanted. At least another crack to get a potential run across the plate. Coming up to bat next, number 33, Brandon Maris. So a perfectly spotted single out in right field. Couldn't do anything with that other than just field it. Pitching change for Soper. I've been derelict in not letting you know. Denny Stacy now on the mound. Runner goes, hits it over to third. Fires, 5-3 ground out. So the 5-3 ground out ends the inning. Pitching change for the Bears. Denny Stacy on the mound to get the final out. Back to the plate, number 22, Jace Daniels. conclusion of this game, we will post some video highlights. So we'll pull the feed down to reset the encoder panel, and then we'll relaunch Coleman Fort Towson. And that should be in approximately 20 minutes at the conclusion of this game. All right, we may have a potential time limit coming up. We have 9 minutes. Just a reminder to the coaches, 9 minutes remain on the time limit. Just goes foul. So Soper likely their final at bat. They'll need to get at least 3 runs to kind of drop this down into the bottom of the 6th, and then it could be potentially winner take all. We had a tournament game last weekend where it went into a time limit and then all the way into the 9th inning. So it had back-to-back opportunities for teams to score. Strikeout. Back to the top of the lineup, number 5, Hollywood Marsh. Loses it in the sun, on base. Now batting number 10, Sammy Folsom. In safe, nicely done. Soper playing like they've got to get runs. They absolutely do. I like the aggression. 1 out here. 1-0 is the pitch count that will resume. Swing and a miss. Fires over to third. He's going to be late on the show and the throw, so he's got too much time opposing on it. And safe on the stolen base. So now potential run that Soper will need times 3 at third base. 1-1 pitch count will resume. Base runner at third. 1 down here. This could very well be the final inning for Soper. Swing and a miss. Strikeout, 2 down. Correction, 2 strikes. Fly to left field. Tags up. Sack RBI. A for effort, young man. Nobody does the voodoo like he do. Number 3, Caden Carter now at the plate. Fouls it off, so you'll stay alive, evens up the count 1-1. Run scores 9-7 ball game. So for this to go at the bottom of the sixth, Soper will have to get 2 runs in addition to the one that just came across the plate. Otherwise, this will be a timeout call. Pretty much game allotted time is maxed. Still have a legitimate shot to start at 6 o'clock, but the thinking behind it is don't let it keep going so that it pushes that one back. You don't want the 8:15 game starting at 9:15 or 10:15. I've covered some tournaments where games didn't start until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. The longest delay I ever saw myself personally was at Atoka Sean Hall Memorial 3 years ago, where we were 5 hours and 44 minutes behind schedule due to thunderstorms and lightning and rain. Final game of the evening literally finished at 3:25 in the morning. And the catch. Coach Coleman, Coach Hamilton, ball game. All right, folks, final score Clayton 9, Soper 7. The next game up will be Coleman versus Fort Towson. And then at approximately 8:15, Boswell versus Clayton.